Hey there. Happy Wednesday. I had to remember what day this was. Oh my gosh, my chair won't move. Oh, okay. I think I got it where I need it now. So, coming live to color because I need a break. Uh, Work has been so just a lot. A lot. So, I have a lot of work to do, but like I did some already, and I, I actually think I did a good amount. I need to, but there's always more to do, and I just need a break before I even think about going there. So here I am trying to move all my stuff. I did have a new acquisition actually. Before I want to show what I've been working on because I have been coloring a little bit in between. In between doing the other stuff, I just take out my stuff and color. But I actually got these markers the other day. This was a part of the order that. Oops. I guess I need a mirror, don't I? Hold on. I guess I do need that. It's all backwards and everything. Okay, where is it? Video. Oh, this. Huh? I turned it off and it came back on. Okay. Um. Excuse me. Um. I don't know. This is the name. Tree Art Markers, 101 colors. It was. I don't know. It just showed up in my suggestions one day. I can't remember exactly how it happened, but this is one of the things that like I actually should have gotten. I don't know, that the snowstorms held up, and I got these because I like the size of the markers. They are alcohol markers. Um, and while I do have a set of alcohol markers, I wonder what just saw like it needs to get back in the pack. This is the size of the ones that I have that are, um, and they're also kind of a generic brand. Um, Hey, Marcia. Hope you're doing well. I decided to pop on because I had a minute, or I intentionally took a minute because like work is just taking up too much of my brain, and I needed a break. So got these markers the other day, and I haven't had a chance to use them yet because I'm trying to figure out what I can use them in because they are alcohol markers, and so I need one-sided pages. Why is it so blurry? But I really want to use them. But like I gotta think about what I have that's appropriate for them, and I can't think of anything right off. So, but I wanted these because they are smaller. Um, the barrel is smaller, and there's a fine point. It's a fine point, and then this is the broad tip. Oh, I don't know if you guys see that. So this is the reason I got these, because they're different from these, and that doesn't look like that much though. Oh, is it? Hold on, let's see. Oops, let's get the right tip. But like I said, I like the small barrel. So, let's see how they look. This looks pointier. This one does. Oh, let's get on the camera. So there seems like there's a slight difference. This seems a little fatter and shorter, and this seems a little slimmer and longer. So, and you know me, I'm always thinking about how the circumference of the tip and the shape of the tip, as far as what kind of marks it allows you to do on the page. So, that matters to me. I've discovered. So, I'm starting to look at my supplies in that way, and oh, getting more. Okay, yeah, there's a definite difference here. This is a chisel tip. This just says it's a broad tip, but it's it's angular. So it's like so this is definitely smaller and a different shape, which would allow me to get different places. And like I said, I like that. So I really want to use these. I can't think of anything that I can use them in right away. I mean, I know I have stuff, but like if it's accessible, whether it's accessible to me right now, yeah, that's the question. Um, yeah, I even thought about. I looked at the pages in this book, Color Morphia, thinking, well, could I use it in here? Because, like, it doesn't really matter. Half the pages are falling out, and um, I don't necessarily have to like what's on the previous page. I can just ignore it and go around. But I can't. Somehow, I just can't do that. I don't know. I can't do that because I'm already trying. I'm recovering a couple pages from what bled through from alcohol marker. Okay, I've kind of given up on this one. I'm like, whatever. Um, Not really though. I always see an opportunity to you know, okay, make a happy accident, like make this work for me. But yeah, that happened from this page. And oh, I forgot I had been working on this one. I might be, yeah, but it'll bleed. Shoot. I was thinking I might be able to do it on this one. But what I would need to do actually is, well, I got a lot of things to finish in here. I had totally forgotten about these. Um, I could actually use like the watercolor ground on the page and then use the markers. So that might be something that I do just so I can use those markers. Because in part, I'm kind of, I picked this book up this week. It's like been in the shelf in front of me because, like, I really would like to finish a book that I've already started um, this year. And so I immediately went to this book. This is probably, I think this is the first Kirby book I've owned. Um, One of the maybe three that I have colored in. And so I really want to finish this before, yeah, I really want to finish this because this was my first one. Actually, I could use, hey, Amy, I saw you just uploaded a video. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go and look at that. um, yeah, so I could maybe do alcohol marker on this page because I don't know. I don't know if I really want to do the faceplate or not, but man, I got a lot to finish in here. And I don't know. It really wouldn't take that much. I don't know to finish them, so I just have to like buckle down and do it. This one, the only thing I have to do in there is the stars. Stars, his teeth, put some white in his eyes, and then maybe a background. And that's something I've been thinking about with all of these. Do I want to put in a background now that I know more about backgrounds and I have like those King Art gel crayons and all kinds of stuff that like I could go in and do that. But the fact that the book is falling apart kind of discourages me. It's like, why bother? It's falling apart already, but I mean, the page is still a page, and I could tape the pages together or something. So, this is one page that I was recovering from the use of the alcohol markers on the other side. Oops, sorry about that. Because of the orange I had in here, I used an orange alcohol marker. I used a lot of alcohol markers actually. Well, and some water-based ones to kind of block out my colors for this. And yeah, so it bled through this page, but I says, well, I don't really like this page anyway. And then I wound up saying, well, let me try and use the colors from that page to make this something. And so that's what I did with that. This has Marabou art crayon on it. I'm pretty sure that's what I have on the base here. And this really doesn't need that much to finish it either. I just have to be kind of like, I just have to get into that head with with these colors and like just go in and like do it. So it's kind of mindless kind of coloring. So, which I think I'm probably in a good position to do right now because work is so busy that I really can't be too thoughtful about anything else because my brain is full. Um, so this one I was really upset that it separated because I love this. I love this illustration. I had fun coloring the, what is it, octopus? Um, yeah, but I was really discouraged that it got separated. It's like but I got to find a way to get over that and just do it. But I love this page. I really do. This one I have to finish, and yeah, for me, this one is kind of like a logistical nightmare because of the background. But again, because I have those King Art gel crayons, that might get me out of that place now. Because now that I have those, and I know like they're even erasable, I could actually do the background and yeah, without the difficulty that was clogging up my brain. But then it has a lot of tiny objects, and you know me, I don't like tiny things. Although I'm getting kind of used to it from some books I've been working with, doing the tiny things. Um, yeah, it's still not my favorite thing. But I actually did some in here, like probably in like December. I think I did some of these little objects. So it's like little by little, I'm getting them done. Um, Whenever I feel like I can tolerate or feel like I'm in the mood to color tiny objects, which doesn't happen much. So I need to kick it up a notch on this because I really could be finished with this if I get in the right head for it. But I love this spider. I really love the spider. I love it as an illustration. I feel like I need to, you know, this could use some kicking up a notch too. But because I didn't have some of the pencils that I have now that are heavily pigmented, I think that will just like one touch even of a polychromos or the Caran d'Ache will just a little bit will bump up this blue black like nobody's business. So it wouldn't take much. Again, it's just having that being in that mindset to do that. And that's my goal for this year is to finish this book. This might have been the second or third page that I worked on in here. And let me tell you how many times, well, I can't tell you how many times I went in and reworked and reworked and reworked. It's got layer upon layer upon layer of stuff on it because everything I was trying is like, no, it's not enough. No, I don't like that. No, it's not enough. No, I don't like that. Um, and then I finally just decided, okay, after like the 20th time of doing that with this, it's like, okay, that's enough. But then I still see I need to color that little thing in the corner. I don't have that. There's probably something else in here too. Because this is so busy that there's a lot of stuff I don't see. And like actually underneath there too. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Because coloring these mountains, oh my gosh. Like I said, I kept going back and doing something else. It's like, no, that doesn't look how I want. No, that doesn't look how I want. Add this, add that, add this, add that. Use this, use that. Yeah, it was a lot. And I think I have had this book since 2021, I think. This one is actually done. Although, now I look up here, these really need to be done in it. I don't have that. Other things in here, I actually have white. I colored them in white, and they have like gray shading. I want to see that too. I don't know what that is. That needs something. I could do his eyeballs too. They need something. And I could do all of their eyeballs if I really wanted to go there. Make sure all their eyeballs are colored in. Because some of them aren't. Um, but for the most part, this one's done. Probably the most done out of any of them. And this is when I was trying to get brave about. I was trying to do backgrounds. I don't even think I didn't have pan pastels at the time. I didn't have, I didn't have any. Yeah, I didn't even for a little bit didn't have the gel crayons, and I think this may have caused me to get the Marabou art crayons because I was like, oh brother, what to do with the backgrounds? Um, so I did this. It's got Marabou art crayons, and I think I also used Gamsol on it. And then this side actually was when, this was kind of when I came into the realization I need something else for the background. And I think I actually had started with pencil. I was like, oh brother, this is gonna take me like 3 years. Um, then I also started using, I think, seems like I started using an alcohol marker from the way the strokes look, but there's no bleed, so it must have been some kind of acrylic marker, and you can see the streaks underneath there. I thought, well, let me cover up the streaks with some clouds. So I think I broke out with the Prismacolor white, and it's like, well, that's kind of goofy. I can't, with the effort it took just to make these, it's like, okay, I can't keep doing that. That's not fun for me. Um, so then I got the Marabou art crayons, and that's what I did on the other side. So I really love the spider on this one too. He kind of looks like those fuzzy jumper spiders. Yes, I do. Very much. I really do. Because they solve that problem for me. I'm still getting used to them and like trying to understand how they work. But they definitely are solving a coloring problem for me. I like the Marabou ones. They aren't water soluble though. They go down differently than the King Art ones. The King Art ones are smoother and you can erase. Um, and you can use water with them as well. So they're a little more versatile. But then you know me and water. I don't. It's like me and water. Nope, not enough room on my desk for water. Ain't going there. But I do go there sometimes with the. I have gone there since I've had the King Art gel crayons, or they're called King Art gel sticks, and I have been using water with them. Like in, if I use, I don't really use it with these that much, but I have used it with my I use my spray bottle when I use these guys, spray bottle and this. A lot of times I'll just spray this after I put the crayon on the page, and this will move it. It'll be just wet enough for me missing it to move the pigment around. So that's what's been working for me lately. So let's see, looking at this, okay, I need to do his feet, and I can also kick that up a notch too. And some things of this, like I said, when I was coloring in this book, I didn't have some of the pencils that I now have, the Polychromos and the Caran d'Ache, that lay down pigment like nobody's business on top of a whole lot of things. So, like, just a little bit of touch up with one of those pencils will probably bring out, the bird here. So, yeah, this has marker, and I think might be acrylic, might be a little bit of acrylic marker and the silver and stuff that's on here. Um, it could possibly be the what do you call them? Oh my gosh, the jelly rolls. Because like a regular gel pen would not lay down that silver like that. So it has to be either acrylic or a jelly roll that did that. And one reason I got the jelly roll um, gel pens was because I was trying to get something that would bring up the color, the presence or whatever of objects. But me and jelly rolls, I'm kind of challenged with those. I still haven't learned how to work those. This one, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to be on somebody else's live or something and just be coloring to be able to finish this, because I love the concept. I want it to be all purple, but oh my gosh, it's a chore. It was a chore, and obviously it wasn't finished. It's not finished yet. Um, and I may make the other side an opposite color. I don't know what color, but I actually took out every purple pencil I had at the time and colored this. I had some purple metallic pencils too. I had all of those out, and I was trying to keep it where certain objects I did with certain pencils, but then that was like too hard to keep track of. It's like, And then I was just like, oh my gosh, I like how it looks when I'm tired. So someday I gotta finish this. And look, her little face is cut in half. I don't like that. She got a cute little face. And it's cut in half. I don't know. I almost feel like I want to take these pictures that have, especially the double paged ones, take them out and somehow tape them together in some kind of permanent way, and then start coloring these on a board instead of in the book. I don't know. That's like bored to think about, but it's kind of what I'd like to do, because I look at it as a whole thing, not this page, that page. So, hey, Foxy, I'm sorry. I'm just here fussing and fussing. It's just like, I needed to think about something other than work. So, obviously, like, I'm going there because I'm like, oh, and you know what? I don't like that. I want more picture. Does this give me more picture? It sure don't. Does that give me more picture? Oh, that kind of does. Why does that one give me more picture? How about that? Oh, that gives me less picture, but a better close up. Oh, no. So, yeah, I really do like this picture, though, a lot. And I almost wish, yeah, I wouldn't mind having this in another book. But I do want to find a way to keep the image intact. You know? That kind of bugs me. Anyway, I haven't done this one. I know a lot of people have done this picture in the book it came from and in this one, but I've waited on this, and it's funny because this might have been one of the first ones I would color normally, but I just didn't. I think I wanted to go for the ones that I felt were more of a challenge, although this in itself looks like it is a challenge. Um, I wanted to go for the ones that seemed like they were a little more of a challenge. This was one of the first ones I did, and then I did a do-over. And actually, thanks to Coloring View, this was actually when I first used something. Might have been the Marabou art crayons. And I had an aha moment on her live, which was really funny. It's like, oh my gosh, it works! Because I was looking at how she would get those nice backgrounds on her pictures, and she'd use the gold or the red. I'm like, how do you do that? And so I had just gotten those Marabou art crayons, and I was like, I'm thinking, well, I'm putting it down, and it's not doing that. And then so she showed me, and then I just started rubbing it with my finger, and I was like, oh man, I got so excited, and then I just did the whole page. Actually, I'm kind of, well, is it a color? I don't understand the terminology, and like I'm a weirdo, like because like my world is like terminology and concepts and things. So I'm not sure what a color along is. I guess I do them. I think I do them. I'm doing I guess a buddy color actually with Ivy Pearl, and I need to get that out this week because the month is almost over, and our deadline is the end of this month. Um, shoot, maybe I should work on that in this life. Um, so the answer is yes. Also, though, like my time is kind of really I don't even know what you call it. I'm very random with going live, especially like in the months when I'm working, because work is very crazy. So, and I never know when I'm gonna have to do something differently or tweak something or whatever, and then that takes time, and so then I don't really have as much time. I don't have reliable designated time to color, so the more open that the buddy color or color along is, the better. um Although I think there's times when I can like dedicate like a certain hour on a particular day to do it while things are crazy. I'm looking forward to spring break. That's all I can say. But then I think spring break, I'm going to wind up working all of spring break anyway, just like working at home. But yeah. So the answer is yes. That's the that's the quick answer. But I get all caught up in it in my head. That's my work mind getting in the way right now. It's like, wait a minute, is that a trick question? Pray for me, y'all. Oh boy, it's been something else. So something else I've actually been doing is in this time is okay, and I'm trying to actually get to the page that I started working on when I finally was able to get into a coloring head last night in Jay Carey's live. Um, I just went to something I did on Sunday. I actually went to this page to finish it. There's already something in here I don't like, but I'm just gonna ignore it. It's like it is what it is. So I'm getting close to finishing this one, and I got to color all these tiny things in there. So that's where I stopped. It's like uh-oh. Um, but I started. I also when I stopped on this one, the hourglass one, I went back to this one, the tree face man, and I had been debating all along. Like I really wanted it to be purple, orange, and brown, and I didn't want to add another color to it. And I kept feeling like I needed to add olive green to it. It's like, but I don't want any green in it. I want it just to be purple, orange, and brown. And so that was the challenge that I basically set myself up for a challenge. Like, how am I going to do that? And all of a sudden, when I finally got into my coloring head and out of my grumpy, tired, just want to go to bed head, because I did almost go to bed last night and like skip everything, but I wanted to be there for Jay Carey's live. Um, I just picked up my acrylic markers and started doing something in here, and then I just kept going. First, I started with the lighter one, and where did I put it? It's right here. Started with the lighter one of these, the what do you call it, Zayar, and I liked it, and then I actually started then going in with my Arctics, the dark purple, and when I got to that dark purple, it was like, whoa, okay, we're gonna try not to go too crazy with it, but this is kind of helping me because it was getting rid of those little hatch mark things in the background that I didn't know, like, what the heck is that, and what do I do with that, and do I really have to color all those? So I colored over them, and I actually like how it looks colored over. It makes it look like his face is coming out of, like, I don't know, the forest or something. So I don't know. I just like it, and I like the darker purple against the orange and the brown. So I was thinking that's what I was going to do while I'm here. Except I do want to show one other thing that I solved a coloring problem before. And actually, when I was watching, what's his new name? It's Jamie's channel, and now it's Disney. Okay, I gotta open it. Hold on. I have it. I have it in my thing. Disney and Coloring with Jamie, his channel, and I am kind of doing some pages for his dog coloring collab. Although like all the things that those things that I that and Mandala Monday and the color of the month thing, I really haven't been posting a lot because that's been a challenge too. But one day I'm just going to be posting a whole bunch. So, but anyway, this was one book that I got for that. And I thought, well, this is kind of both mandala and dog coloring, so I thought it would fit for both, so I could get a 2-for-1. But I had an issue with like when I actually started coloring these, like, but I don't want my dogs to look like mandalas. I want my dogs to look like dogs because I am an animal lover. Um, and it started. It's just like Camellia Dorico's pages kind of freak me out. Seeing the dogs in mandala form, I started getting freaked out. Don't ask me why. I don't know. And so, like the first one I did in here, I actually just said, "Well, you can color it over it. You don't have to. You don't have to do it as a mandala." And once I told myself that, it's like, okay, where's the page? There it is. Especially because it was a little lab. I'm like, no, I can't make a lab puppy. And lab puppies are like probably the most. Lab puppies and tuxedo cats are probably the most adorable thing on earth. And they're like little show animals. Like they really be trying to like make you laugh and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so I couldn't make her mandala, so I covered it up with some difficulty, but I made sure I did it. But watching, looking at, and I uploaded his short, Jamie's short for one he did from this book, or it might have been a couple of them actually, and how he colored it. It was really cool because he used one color, like it was all different browns, but they were all brown, but they were all different color browns, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. It looked so nice. I was like, that's what I could do. So I could actually do that for the one color challenge too if I wanted to. Whatever the color is for next month, you know, do my dog in all different colors of that one, all different shades of that one color. So thank you again, Jamie. I know I'm pretty sure I posted that on your underneath your video, but I just want to say thank you again. Disney and Coloring with Jamie is his channel. So I know, oh my gosh, lab puppies. Oh my god, basically any puppies, but there's something about lab puppies because they're so thick and their paws are so huge and they're so freaking clumsy, and then they're like just all over you. Oh my gosh, I love it. But I don't want to. I've never have I. I don't think I've ever had a dog as a puppy myself. I think that would stress me out too much. But um, it's cute playing with other people's puppies. Yeah, I don't know, but the potty training and all that stuff, I'd have to pray, like, God, please put it as instinct in this puppy that he knows exactly where to go to the bathroom and it's not in the house. Because, like, I will flip out. Like, I can't deal with that. Anyway, yeah, so what I did to finish this one, originally what I had on here, I used crayon and Gamsol. I was trying different things out, and when I looked at it, like I think it was Sunday, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so faded. But like I think I have things now that I can do with it to bring it out. So I just used pencil. I didn't even go hard on it or anything. I just took out pencil that was like the same color or a little darker, and I traced the lines. And yeah, my hand was hurting afterwards too, which is probably why I'm not sure how much I want to do that, but I like how it looks because it makes it look kind of like batik, I think is the name of the word or something. Um, so I liked that. So that's what I did with this. I still have more to do in some spots, and I don't know if I'm gonna go over this. I don't know if I'm gonna outline with excuse me, with a Posca pen. Because initially I had like white in here, and I think it might be acrylic marker. Um, and I wasn't sure how I felt about that. I kept trying to make the color sections look better, and I don't think that helped it. So I got to work out a solution for that. But my puppy's almost done, and I did his eyes too. Colored his eyes. So he's almost done, and I got like the background is like all a mess, but it's got like crayon flakes on it. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Yeah, I have on here in the bottom. I actually wrote 11225 Crayola washable crayons and Gamsol. And I didn't add on there what I added to it. I guess I could do that. I will do that. So he's almost there. Okay, so now I'm going to color, I think. Or, what's my color on page? Because I really need to finish that. So, where did I put it? There it is. There. So, yeah, because I need to see where I left off. Because I did a lot of coloring on it when we decided. I think because I was thinking this is the only moment I have. And then I didn't go back. I did start working on that page. But where is it? Still need to finish that page. See, I try not to I don't like making more whips for myself. I don't like doing that. I feel like I have so many. I need to finish the pages I've started. I don't like to look back on books and then I have all these pages that I started and didn't finish. Yeah, I still need to finish this one too. I'm waiting until I can concentrate on the skill of making these look like, like crystals. And I have books and videos saved on it, but I don't have time to look at them. So I'm saving them for when I have time to look at them. Where's the page? Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is a page. I had some difficulty in there, but I kind of made it through. I've been thinking since I put this down that I want to add those alcohol inks to it. Or some kind of, or stickles or something like that. And, those are things I don't know how to use. So, so I'm really kind of like musing on it, thinking about it. Like, how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? One thing that I done in here that I used the gold, and I really think I should have used silver. But like by the time when I did the gold, I was like, oh, well, it's too late now. So we're just going to go with the gold. But I think silver would have been better. And I used my, I might have used my newer glitter markers. Glitter gel, glitter, sorry, let me get the right name. Glitter, acrylic markers. Oops, my little palette thing just fell. Which are right here. These guys, I think that's what I used, if I remember correctly. Or I used that older set that I have. That has like I don't know what kind of point you call it. Hey, Jill, thank you. So, I was working really hard trying to make the heart look like a gem. And as is I'm fighting with it. And, I mean, it's not too bad, but like, I know, I want to really learn how to do that. And that's kind of like the thing I want to figure out how to do for this one on this page. I don't want to mess it up. So it's, and this was like my first time using the King Art gel sticks was on this page. And I did this on a live with Ivy Pearl. Her channel is Ivy Pearl Clever Swirl. How you doing, Jill? I hope you're having a good day. I'm excited for that sip and paint I was surprised when I saw all those kits. When I did that limiting thing in Amazon, it's like, oh. And then all of a sudden, all these things popped up. And it's like Amazon wasn't showing me that initially. They were showing me all these, I don't know, these deep bougie things. And I was like, no, we're not trying to go there. We're not trying to go there. So, yeah, I don't really feel in the mood to do this. You know what? Let's see. Do I have more? I think, I don't know, I feel like I want to go in with acrylic marker. I wasn't getting the hair I wanted for this. I don't know. It just wasn't working for me, but I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to play around with this. Maybe I'll do that on Saturday. Wait a minute. When is the first? Might have to do it before Saturday. 26th, 27th, tomorrow's Thursday, Friday. Friday, I'll go in and do I'm going to play with stickles and stuff and see what happens. So, that's that one. So I think I'm going to go in and color Mr. Tree Man's face. Oh, it's over here. So let's see. New markers. Oh, you know what? Oh no, it's alcohol, so that'll bleed through. Although it might not bleed through on since I already have like pencil and stuff down on there. I might still be able to do it. Okay, so we're going in. I was starting to get scared as I was using these so much. I started getting scared that maybe I was going to overdo it. Because you know how that can happen when you get so into something and then suddenly you turned a corner where you're at the point of no return. You did too much. I was like, no, don't do too much. Let's see. Let's try some of these. Oh, that's right. Me with all these acrylic markers. I forgot about these too. That might be able to use in that other page. Okay. Anyway. Get my purples. Been using the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils a lot lately. I like how they feel in this book. I like how they work in this book and the Johanna Basford book. So I've been using them a lot. I can't see. I gotta turn the light. Sun is shining bright today. Ooh, it's shining bright. But it's not shining bright enough into my room. For some reason. Or it changes. And you know what? I think for me to color, I just kind of zone out in my head. And I usually color better, I think, when I do that. When I'm not thinking. I'll look and I have done something that's like, oh, that's what I did. But I paint that way too when I painted. I don't know if I can actually show you a painting that I did with oil painting. It's on the wall. And it was funny because I was in a Zoom meeting with someone from work, and I happened to be able to make it work to have my phone on a stand, and so it was my face and my background and my painting. I have it on the wall, one of them in this room, and that was in the background. She goes, "Oh, that painting is beautiful." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "I did that." It just kind of like came out of my mouth because I did, and I was like, "Wow, okay." She said it was beautiful. That was nice. So someday I can at least show that one. My other ones are kind of packed up downstairs. This is the last book was Grains of Gold. And yeah, if you in the next page that we pick, if you want to join our whatever it is, buddy color along, whatever it is, yeah, go for it. I love this book because it has 83 drawings from her previous books, her books previous to this, and then she has 11 new ones. So it's kind of like a best of kind of book with new additions to it. Yeah, I like it. I love her illustrations. I really do. I think she's my favorite um, coloring book artist to color. I just feel like there's like no, I don't know. For me, there's like no real effort, in coloring her pages. It's, I don't know. But I mean, you can really bling them out and stuff too, which I'm kind of trying to learn how to do some of those special things because you can really like upscale it or just it's fine just like it is. And her lines, I don't know what it is about her lines, but I love her lines. And I'm always coloring the hair. I love coloring the hair. So, and these pencils really do like this book. But I think I'm gonna have to start prepping a lot of my pages with uh watercolor ground or that satin golden satin glazing liquid, so I can use more things on it and not worry about things bleeding because I kind of want to venture out there a little bit, or at least have the option to do that. And I am really, really longing to get into that gouache, but it's kind of looking like I'm not going to be able to do that until summer, which really makes me sad. Unless I get some kind of special breakthrough in the next month or so, month or less. I've already been thinking about how I'm telling my husband you are banned from upstairs for anything except going to bed, and using the bathroom. You cannot do any kind of work up here this summer because I need to renovate this space. I need to reorganize it because I've been prevented from doing that because every time I think I'm going to do that, he works on something up here, and then I can't do what I need to do up here, shoving things around and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really starting to get stir crazy with it. I can't. I'm like, no, it's affecting me. So it's like nope, not this time, brother. Not this time. Go work outside this summer. Here's my orange, my red orange. Where'd you go? So one thing I've been working on is like with the oh my gosh, get it out your mouth, Linda. The Inspire Praise Bible that like a bunch of us just got. Um, I've been working on like the what is it called again? Oh my gosh, I always have to look at it. Filament, the Filament app. I've been playing around with that a lot, and I'm really impressed with it. And what I found out from it, like what was it, Sunday, is that it has videos in there that are made by the Bible Project, which I actually have donated to. I donated to, like, I don't know, like 2 years ago or something like that, I think, when they were, and I thought they were just starting out. I don't know, maybe they weren't. But they make videos of like, that cover, you know, Bible history, um, and stuff like that. I don't even know how to describe it, but the videos are really high quality, really engaging, and like, I had seen a few of them, and so I was like, yeah, you guys need to keep doing this. And I think I donated money to them, um, and now their app is a part. It's in the Filament app. Some their videos that they created, and I mean, they are really high quality videos, engaging animation. Um, and I actually learned something from it too when I watched it. I'm like, I've been reading my Bible since I was like 16 years old, so it's like, um, no joke. It's like, oh, the way they set that up was like perfect. I actually I was reading Ezekiel, or getting ready to read Ezekiel, and so I started exploring, what resources they had in the app with it. And yeah, they had this video about, well, I can't remember the exact name, but it was about the prophets, and it talked about it, and it just lined it up, and it's like, I don't know, I just never thought of it that way, and never read it that way. But Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, it talked about how they were in the sequence of Israel's history, Israel and Judah's history, and I'm like, that makes total sense. Why didn't I never hear that before or get that before? It just like blew my mind. Totally blew my mind. So now it really has opened up all of those for me, because I feel like I've spent my entire life in Isaiah and Jeremiah. And suddenly, like a few years ago, it just, Ezekiel kept coming to me. Like, even like, I had shared it with my best friend before I died. It's like, I don't know what it is, but like, I can't seem to get out of my head about wanting to be like the creature in Ezekiel that moves every time God has a thought, you know, about something. And yeah, and that's been the thing. Is like, where did that come from? I don't even know why I even prayed that, why I even asked that, why I even want that, why I can't let it go. Um, and then I get that thing from the app, the Filament app, from the people there. The I can't. Sorry, my brain is so full of stuff. You wouldn't believe how much stuff my brain is full of right now. So that's why I can't talk right. Um, but yeah, it was like, oh, when I got that video and it was from the Bible Project too, I was like, oh, confirmation, confirmation. There's something here, something here I need to know, something here I need to focus on. All right, Lord, we're there. And I don't know, I just watched the video over and over and over again, because it just is so well made and so informative, and it just hit. It was like, whoa, all you need to know. So yeah, so I really like that app. I have to say, I'm not sure how I feel about the Bible itself, but it's like a personal preference thing, probably. But also, I don't know if the pages are thicker in the large print, because if they are, then I probably would suggest that people get the large print. Because my pages are like kind of thin, and it's like not anything I really want to color on ever, not ever. But I also have a kind of, like I said, I've been reading the Bible since I was like like daily since I was 16. Before that, for here and there, but hardcore, once I got 15, 16. And I don't know. I think, well, I don't even know how to say that, but yeah, so and then reading King James, then actually making an informed choice personally that I wanted a New American Standard Bible, like when I was, I don't know, 17, 19, something, I don't know. And getting that and that being my, my go-to translation. Um, so yeah, so because I started doing even though I already do the daily reading on Bible Gateway, I started, to try it out doing the daily reading in Filament, and I just can't get into hearing hearing scripture in the NLT version. I mean, I'm trying, but it's just, I don't know, and I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's personal preference, I'm sure. So they do have King James versions, filament Bibles, and but then I said to myself, I really don't need another Bible. I really don't. So I probably will just use the Filament app with the one that I have. Um, we'll see what I do with the inside of the Praise Bible, and I'm always going to refer back to the one I have because I actually had just bought a Bible. Then I say, okay, this is my Bible for my third half of my life. It's like a big study Bible. And I can't even remember what version it is, but I think it's either I don't know. I have to go look. I can't even remember. But yeah. So, but the important thing is that people are reading the Word and not just picking the parts they like and sitting and asking God, "What is this?" and not letting it slide. What does this mean? Why is this here? Ask questions. I was so happy when I was like 15 years old. Hey, Mandy. Sorry, I've been going on and on and on and on. I remember when I was in church, I was like, it was not long after I got saved, I think. And the church we went to, which wound up being, the church we kept going to, um, and the pastor said, in part of his sermon, started talking about the wise Bereans and saying, ask questions. I was like, thank you, Jesus, I'm in the right place. I didn't say it like that. I just kind of was like shocked. It's like, whoa. It's like, yes. Because since I was a little kid, like I always am asking, why, why? My mother got so sick of me asking why. She tried to answer when she could, but like I know she got sick of it. And I used to read a lot because I was always curious. And I always, once I knew that God didn't scoff at the question why. It's like, okay, I'm all the way in now. It's like I knew I was in, but I'm all the way in now. If you're not gonna get mad at me for asking why, oh yeah, I'm there. Cause like that's one thing I do. I'm always asking why. And if I can't ask why, I'm always suspect. I was like, why can't you even say the answer I don't know if you don't know? Why tell me that don't ask that? Like why? I don't trust that. So something about me. Always asking questions. Always skeptical. Not critical in a negative way, but always skeptical. I always hold out for, okay, what do I actually see? What is there actually evidence of? Like I said, I think too hard. But it's in my, I don't know, this is in me. It's been in me since I was a kid. And see, notice how I'm getting so much coloring done just from like yapping and putting the pencil to the page because I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing. And I moved from here. Oh, what did I move from over here to over here? I don't even know. I just keep going. Because, and actually, this is kind of good because this is something I was looking at last night. It's like, oh, brother, I got to keep doing that to the rest of it. I was like, who feels like that? But if you're not paying attention to it, excuse me, it feels good. I got to figure out what to do in here because I like these colors in here, and I don't want to. I don't know how to. I want to make them pop, but I don't want to make them disappear either. So how do I do that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've always loved books and I've always been a reader, so and I think that's another thing about me, like with um like King James translation. I think that actually helps me reading that version. One, it that is somewhat like the whole oldness of it, the language, kind of helps you read other things. Because if you have to try and figure out what that is, um, when you go to read something else that's written that's not contemporary, it helps you read that too because you're used to going through the steps of trying to figure out that. You're used to the steps of you're used to the sound of the language. You're used to some of the words, um, things like that. Something like that. Plus, there's such a poeticness to the language in there. But then sometimes it can just get on your nerves. It's like, oh, just say it. But we're fortunate to have it, though. Yeah, I'm like all over the place. It's like a little here, a little here, a little there. It's like sometimes I'll start that way in one section, but I don't know. Then I start going all over the place at a certain point. It's just like, just do all of it. Especially in busy pages like this. It's really busy. Even though it's like relatively like it's like one thing kind of and simple, it's really busy. It's one of the things that can be really off-putting by Kirby pages, but like I seem 2024 was my year of like getting over that one a little bit. And I'm looking forward to his book that's coming out, but I probably won't even color in it this year. It's kind of funny. I don't know. It depends on how enticing it is. I don't know. That might not even matter. I don't know. Because I still have a bunch of other ones that I haven't colored in yet. I just started coloring in Alien World this year, or last year, end of last year. I'm not really a run out and get it because it's new kind of person. Just because at this point I have too many books. And I have too many books because I think I was trying at first, like I would get things, I think, maybe not. I would get things because I saw other people coloring in them. And I would say, that looks interesting. I wonder if I would like coloring in that. And so I got it. And then I found out whether I liked coloring in it or not. And some things I've discovered I don't like coloring. Some things I do like coloring. What that is? I don't know. And that can change too. Oops, I didn't want that to be purple. Eraser. But I know I like Hannah Carlson, and I was afraid to buy a hardcover book for the longest time. I thought, oh no, I can't do that. That's like kind of like archival and things. I can't do that. But I got a Maria Troll book. That was my first one. And I might have gotten that one used. And then I don't know what made me get the Hannah Carlson book. Because I knew I didn't really care for the Maria Troll book that much, although now I think I like it more than I did then, especially since I have more tools in my toolbox. I think that helped me there with the Maria Troll. But yeah, I think I got a Hannah Carlson book used as well to see. I got Daydreams to see if I liked the illustrations and stuff. Oh dear. Were you shoveling or something? From that? Rest up. Try heat, or and if heat doesn't work, try ice. I hope you feel better soon. I've been having to hot pack my eyes a lot. I guess I'm just really dried out. I need to drink more water. Um, I'm still trying to get back up to my pre-braces water drinking level, and it's been a challenge. It's to the point where I probably just need to put a timer thing on my phone to make me drink more water. And I think that's a part of it, why my eyes are so dry this winter. The air has been exceptionally dry too, so that hasn't helped. Now that I think about it, there's one of my vaporizers that I don't have going, that I usually have going. And part of that was due to the renovation stuff my husband was doing in the bathroom. That I couldn't, it was inconvenient to fill it up, so it was like, I just didn't. But I have to get a system for hot packing my eyes because it's kind of hard. Because I have to take eye drops in the morning and the evening anyway, like regularly. Um, and it's like, okay, like I'm trying to figure out, okay, the best time to take it is after I hot pack my eyes, but I take the drops before I go to bed and just as I get up in the morning. So instead of doing the drops, I gotta hot pack my eye. But I'm ready for bed. I don't want to do all that. So this is like, I don't know, this is crazy. It's like one more thing to do before I go to bed. And like hot packing my eyes, you gotta let it sit there for a little bit. And then you gotta let stuff drain. And when you let it drain, you can't see. It's like it makes the lubricant in your eye, it makes it, it's like it melts it, almost like it's melting, like, melting petroleum jelly, or what do you call it, Crisco or something like that. That's what it does to the fluids in your, lids and stuff. And so then my eyes are all fuzzy and I can't see anything. So it's like I got to sit there. I can't do anything. I can't read, which, I love to read. Can't look at my computer or anything. I just got to sit there with all my vision being blurred until it clears up enough so that then I can go and put eye drops in my eyes. That's like, oh, just saying it is getting me frustrated. It's like I'm thankful that I can do it, and that's all I need to do. But it's frustrating. It's like one more thing. So I'm trying to get my system down for that because I think I'm gonna have to do that for a while until the humidity in the air. I can change the humidity in the house in the bedroom, and until yeah, who knows? Because once it gets like that, I just got to get hydrated enough so it'll stop doing that. And um I started taking a supplement for my eyes because I found out that I don't know. It seems like well, my glare at driving at night is not from the glaucoma, and I had my cataracts removed. Like man, I was the youngest person in the room. Everybody kept saying that. Everybody that came up to me, it's like you're the youngest person in this room. It's like I know. um, but they did that so I could get drainage tubes in my eyes to drain the excess pigment because that's actually what causes glaucoma is the pigment gets clogged up in the tubes, the drainage tubes behind your eyes, and so then it puts pressure on your optic nerve, and we don't even know how I got that because I'm the only person in my family who has it. So we don't know of anybody else who had it. So who knows why I got it. Um, but yeah, so I got those tubes in when I got my cataracts removed, and that was actually part of the reason for getting my cataracts removed because they were. I probably could have waited, maybe, but they figured like me doing that would solve a lot of problems, and it did. Um, so the glare seems to be something else, and I was reading of some supplements like bilberry extract is supposed to be good for your eyes, and people have mentioned that it has reduced glare for them in night drive and has improved their night vision taking it. So I actually got a compound from this place, Piping Rock, and it has lutein and bilberry extract in it. I think that's the main active ingredients. So I'm gonna take that for like a month and see how that works. And it reminds me, I didn't take it yet today. I think I'm leaning towards taking it at night instead of taking it in the morning. So we'll see what happens. I'll report back. Yeah, and I was reading like that. What is it? Ocuvite? That's actually better for people who are more prone to macular degeneration. Let's just say Caucasians are more apt, or not actually Caucasians, light-eyed people, okay, which could be anybody, are more prone to macular degeneration in aging, and dark-eyed people, anybody with brown eyes, are more susceptible to glaucoma. So if you have dark eyes, that's why they do that check on you at the eye doctor. It's because dark-eyed people are prone to that because it's all about the pigment. Dark pigment drains. It's like your eye sloshes off pigment and it goes down a drain behind your eye. Take care, Amy. Have a good rest of your day. So, Okay, like I was doing this and like what made me do this? I don't even know. But I'm getting the look I want from it, I think. So I'm a subconscious coloring person. No, I'm not really intentional, I'm more subconscious. I think that's what it does for me. It helps my mind rest. I don't want to have to think too hard about a coloring page. I just want to rest. That's what I come to it for. Is this the orange I want? Okay, so what else have I been up to lately? Okay, so I talked about the filament thing, which I keep calling it the wrong name, and it's so funny that actually when I tried to sign on to another device, I like tried to add it to another device, I got the name. I was using the password for something else because I keep getting the name wrong. I keep getting it confused with LiveScribe, which like I can't even remember why I have an account to LiveScribe. I must have something here that works for, but I can't remember what. But I kept using that, and it's like, no, it's not LiveScribe, it's Filament. And see, I almost forgot again. But I have it on my iPad now, which I think is probably where I'm really gonna like it. Is using it on my iPad. I think I've used my iPad more since in the past week than I have since I've had it. And somehow I lost, in a real stupid way, I lost my Apple Pen or pencil, Apple Pencil. And I was like, oh brother, I have no idea where it is. No idea. So I actually ordered an Apple Pencil Pro. I said, that'll fix you. Stupid, huh? I said, that'll fix you. I'm going to get a Pro now. Well, because initially I didn't know the difference between them, so I just got the regular one. Um, but yeah, that way when I find the other one, it won't be the same as the one I have. It'll be different. But I got this one inscribed too, so I know the difference between that one and the one I lost when I find it. Oh brother! And the Pro sticks to the. I guess it stays. I don't know. It stays on the. It better stay on the iPad because if it doesn't, like I might be screwed again. Hey, TaylorMade. But yeah, I'm kind of liking my iPad lately. I can get kind of used to it. I just have more the stuff I got to figure out how to work things on it because I was typing in it in a document in Pages and I didn't even know how to select all. I was just like, that's pretty sad. So everything I do, I got to stop and say, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? But I'll get there. And I want to put LiveScribe on the new Samsung tablet I got for like just like 100 something bucks. That thing is so slow though. I'm not even sure if it's worth it. I don't know. That's why I wind up when I buy things, I buy the one that has all the power. Cause like I do too much. I need as much power as possible because I'm like doing everything on it. I'm gonna make it like do backflips and things. You gotta be ready for me. Oh, it keeps doing that. I don't know why. And I tried to get stuck in there and it won't. I want to do some more of this, but I gotta figure out. Do I have this on the wrong side? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. Let's try that. Let's see if it likes that better. Okay. I have to figure out what to do the little acorn things. I don't know what color to make those. Did I say hi, TaylorMade? I felt like I did, but I don't know if I did. I forgot that quick. One thing I have been doing lately is I've been doing better about eating. So that's been good. That's probably another reason why my eyes are wacky. Is me not eating enough or properly or something. Okay, I'm doing this like this because I don't feel like coloring anything underneath there. So there. I love acrylic markers. I think this is my year of exploring the possibilities of acrylic markers because I am like all in to them. It feels kind of loose on there. And the brown. So I never did get all my pencils put away because I just wound up using them in something else. But we'll get there. Man. I saw the spot, now I don't see the spot. Is it this spot? And I don't know what I used on when I started this. It almost feels like I used crayon. I think I did. I think I may have. But wood sticking through. I'm gonna make that wood. And, make that wood. It's almost like with some of this stuff, you can't even think too hard about what it is. Just like color it, because like there's just too much going on. That's what I think I kind of noticed from some people that really like do what I call transform their pages. It's almost like they don't worry so much about what's actually there, and they will color over things that it's just like, let's just color over it. Or maybe they do like me, like I made a mistake, so I was like, color over it. I need that kind of freedom when coloring. Just color over it. It's okay. Color over it. You can still make it look like something without it. Color over it. Wow, man. I'm trying to figure out what color I want his eyes to be. I already made like the this part. I made it purple. Okay. I'm just looking at corners and coloring them in. Let's color the fiddlehead. That thing. I should get some of those this summer and try them. They say they taste like string beans. And up here they sell them in like the farmer's market. And like the Amish have them. And I actually think I know that we have some in our yard, but um I don't know them well enough to pick it and eat it. But in a pinch, I guess I would. Anything happens, I do have a book that's supposed to help me identify things in the yard. Worst case scenario, pick it and eat it. Pick it, cook it, eat it. Well, when we had the pandemic, I was like, why is everybody so worried about toilet paper? Because I thought, you know what? Worst case scenario, we got a whole bunch of leaves in our backyard. Do what the bears do. We don't have bears. I don't think we do. Hopefully we don't. We have foxes, coyotes. We still have a mink that I haven't seen yet. I want to see him. I hope nothing got him because I want to meet him or her. I'll probably make it a pet. Maybe it's better that I don't see it. We got rabbits. I feel like I don't even know the half of what's around here. We got muskrats probably. We have beavers. There's a lot more that's coming out around the yard now that we don't have so many dogs between our two houses. Because with our dog that we had, the German Shepherd Border Collie mix, ain't nothing was sticking around with her here. She was hardcore. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have a story, but it might gross you out. Don't listen if you're eating. I'm still trying to figure out, am I going to tell this? Oh my gosh. I swear, she was my initiation to country life, that's for sure. That one day, like, I'm looking in the front yard and I'm like, what the heck is that? There's something in the front yard and there's a whole lot of feathers. What is that? And I don't know why I didn't go outside to look at it. Or then maybe I do, because, like, I was like, ew. But, I don't know, I must have been busy or something. And so I said to my husband, I said, well, what is that out in the front yard? And there's a whole bunch of feathers and stuff there. But it was like an unidentifiable object, wasn't moving. And when he went and looked, it was what was it? Was it a guinea hen or a turkey? And of course, it wasn't alive, but it had been dealt with a little bit. He got rid of it, disposed of it. And then what was it, like the next day or a few hours later or something? Um, our dog, the dog that I'm referring to, the Border Collie German Shepherd mix, I saw her. She was in the living room and she was vomiting. Like I said, you don't want to listen to this if you're eating. And I was like, I've never seen her do that before. I'm like, what is she doing? And then I realized she was vomiting. I was like, oh my God, on the rug. And there was this big, hot, steaming pile of vomit in the middle of our rug, the living room rug. And I mean steaming. And you could see like entrails in it when I went up close. I don't know. I feel like my husband was at work when that happened because surely, like, I wouldn't have been cleaning it up if he had been home because I had to clean it up. And what I got like this really huge T-shirt and like this other stuff to try and scoop it all up at once and throw it in the garbage. It's like, oh well, we know where the guinea hen came from. Came from her, and she was just working on it. That was like her something takeout dinner. It's like, Lord have mercy, please don't do this to me again. I guess she was like, waste not, want not. Yeah, it's been hanging around for a while, but I'm not going to let it go to waste. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Gosh, that was awful. She was a little wild thing. And then, to think about, okay, where did the guinea hen come from? Came from somebody's yard. But I think a lot of people gave her a pass. She was such a good dog. Nobody gave her any grief because she'd also protect you like nobody's business. Just as a sweet dog and a tough dog at the same time. We actually somebody saw um like she would go walk down the road and go into other people's houses. Like they would let her in because she just was kind of like neighborhood dog. She was a good dog. She did not like thunderstorms at all. No thunderstorms, no fireworks. Oh my gosh. I would get no sleep if there was a thunderstorm. That corner. And I think this part's going to get it too because, like, I just keep wanting darker light, darker light. And I just keep deferring to the dark purple because then I can do the other objects in light purple or orange. So, and with acrylic markers, I could actually go over it with the light purple if I wanted to, which I may do in some spots. So, that's why I think I'm starting to really like acrylic markers. It's taken a long time for me to figure out what they do and what they can do, but I am really growing to like them, which is why I keep buying more sets of them with different tips, but more sets of them. Trying to make sure I stay in the lines on that. Where else? What I also liked about doing this with the dark purple is it helps me see what's left better. And I still have left to color. What is that? I'm tempted to just color it in. Why worry about it? Make it background. Yeah, really. I don't think there's anything exceptional about this spot. I was watching a video this morning that was talking about um how business is portrayed in movies and TV shows, and kind of talking about the difference between now. It started off talking about the difference between how it was portrayed in the past, like in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and now. And they were showing some clips from and talking about Severance, which I know some people watch. And so now I'm actually thinking about watching it. I've seen it come up. I think I've seen it come up on my thing on my Fire Stick. I think. So I may check it out. I haven't been one much for TV for a while. Like I don't think I haven't even finished watching the rest of the final season of Succession, because I kind of was in the mood. You know what? I don't even care. They all suck. I don't care. They're all horrible people. I don't care. They can all like eat dirt. Sorry. They're just characters, so they can't really. But yeah, I just was not interested. It's like I don't care. You're all horrible, miserable people. So I didn't even finish. And I don't really have a desire to go back. They're depressing. And I'm waiting for. It's not out yet. I thought that Wheel of Time. I thought that episode or season 3 was out already, but it's not yet. They just have a trailer for it, which I will not watch. I just want to see the show. I don't want any spoilers whatsoever. I just want to sit down and watch the show. And I'm willing to watch it from week to week because I really like that show. So that's not out yet. So I was trying to watch it on my Fire Stick and then couldn't figure out why all I could get was season 2. And then when I looked on my computer, it's like, oh, that's because season 3 really isn't out yet. All they have is a trailer. So, da 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 da. So if I watch anything, I'm thinking it might be um, Severance. Hmm. 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 feel like I need more coffee or something. Actually, I kind of been wanting to make. Oops, did I get a mark on that? What is that? Looks kind of interesting there. I've been wanting to make some golden milk, basically with mostly tea and black tea, turmeric, and sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk. Because I don't have any almond milk. This turmeric is good for inflammation and what's the other thing I'm thinking of? Your, what do you call it, immune system, and it tastes, golden milk tastes like ice cream, so it's kind of like a good for you and kind of a treat too. So I'm thinking about making some. I don't know, it might stain my braces though. That would be something. Okay, gotta move some of these over because they're kind of there for now. Okay, more in this corner. I don't know if I should get closer. No, now you can't see when I look in the corner, so that's not gonna work. See, once I start coloring, I don't want to stop. How long have I been on here? Hour 42 minutes? Feels longer. So it's really sunny today, although it just got a little bit cloudy. Oh my gosh, it was so slippery yesterday. Oh, because all the snow we have, now that it got warm, it got like in the 30s. I don't know, I saw somewhere it was like almost 40 or it was 40. I'm like, where at? But so all the snow, well, the snow has been melting, not all the snow, because we had a heck of a lot of snow, have a heck of a lot of snow. Um, Still can't see over certain snowbanks. It's awful. But so the snow melts, of course, to ice. It's like melting and then kind of getting cooled by the wind and all this kind of weirdness. So um, I almost slipped like backwards going out to my car yesterday. There just was no place without ice to walk, which was awful. And I was trying to figure out, why don't we have any kitty litter? Because that kind of helps give traction when nothing else will. We should always have a thing of kitty litter around, even if we don't have cats, because it's good for traction. Then when I got to work, oh my gosh, the parking situation was still jacked up because of the snow. And the only place I had to park, it was so hard trying to find a place to park. And when I found a place, well, they were either too narrow because of people having to park weird because of the snow. or there was a lot of like kind of, I don't know, it was like one place maybe that the plow couldn't get to because there was a car there at the time. So there was like, a bunch of snow there that you had to kind of climb on top of to park there. And so that's what I did. I thought, well, Lord, help me get out of here because I got to get to work. I got to get in there. And so my car was kind of lopsided because part of it was on like asphalt and part of it was on like this, like, I don't know, this irregular bunch of snow. And I thought, well, it's getting warmer, so it might be melted by the time I get out of here, or melted sufficiently by the time I get out of here. And fortunately, when I left, I did get out the spot okay. The snow was still there, and it was kind of, my Subaru just did its Subaru thing, and it drove out of it without, any event, thankfully. But yeah, I hope to get the lot cleaned up a little bit more. I know it's a lot of work, and they're doing a lot of work. And then to keep all the sidewalks on their, clear. The sidewalks were all clear basically, which was really good. I know that had to be a feat, so I really like this purple. I really do. I don't know why I didn't think of this until why didn't I think of doing this at the beginning? That's the thing with me and backgrounds. It's hard for me to think about them at the beginning. So how do I know what want the background to look like until I color the rest of it? So that's where I feel like I need some conceptualizing skills. Because there's a lot of backgrounds that are easier. It's much easier to put it in when there's nothing else here. Thanks, Mermaid. Okay, that's actually a leaf, and this is background. I can't tell all that's under here. Hmm. So I think this here is not trunk. Hmm. I don't know. I don't feel like doing tree trunk down here. So I'm coloring it purple. Oh, jeez Louise. This is my spot. I'm doing that too. Wonder how long it takes for Kirby Rosenas to make one of these illustrations. And I wonder if he does only part of it by hand now, or if he does all of it by hand. And this is Wednesday, so I want to check for Bubbles too. To see if Bubbles comes live. I'm thinking like 2 o'clock a lot of times is when. What time is it? I don't even know. I'm kind of lucky. Oh my gosh, it's 3. Hello. Okay. This is weird. This is loose on this side. I'm trying to get it on the right side. I don't know. Let me look. Yeah, there's something about his artwork that I do like coloring. I really do. He might even be, I don't know, he might be second on my list to Hannah. Even though sometimes I get frustrated by them, um, there's just something about him. The line work. Even though sometimes he has like way too much stuff in there, sometimes it gets annoying, but oh, excuse me. Okay, not see anything. Cool. Yeah, and I kind of got over that point too, because for a long time I'm not coloring in that. I think my first page I colored in here is in here. And I was like, what is this? Isn't this the book? Maybe it's not the book. I thought it was the book because it's got the fish in it. This has to be the book. Yeah. This is the first Kirby page I ever colored, and I can't make it work. And I was like, oh my god, there's so much going on. And yeah, it is what it is. So I could actually go in here now and darken some of this because I was really upset that some things were not dark enough or whatever. That it's like, I don't know, I wasn't getting what I wanted. But, it's because I really didn't have the tools to do what I wanted. And, probably if I had more knowledge, I could have used the tools I had and still gotten more out of it. But, you got to start somewhere. And that's where I started. Okay, so what do we have? More purple. I'm going to get as much purple as I can because the next step is going to be kind of to focus on the rest of it. if I can. I think I got my break that I wanted. You can go run around the house a little bit. And come back and do some work. What's all that? I'm gonna make that purple. Yeah, I still need to use my new crayons too. New and old. I've been wanting to do crayon coloring for the longest time. But I'm gonna have to do like a switch out of books and supplies, I think. Even though my crayons are all right ahead of me, but I don't have the books that I don't think I have the books that I think I want to use them in. Although I was thinking about using crayon on a Kirby page. And I think I used, like I said, I think I used crayon on here, but I don't like necessarily. I didn't like that process. I didn't enjoy it really. But I might be able to use it on another page. Oh my gosh, all these little things in here. I can't tell what's what. What is that? I'm making this all purple. I don't want to deal with that. Is it? No. I can't see how that would be. Okay, I can see. I think I can see where surface. I'm going to wear out this brush tip if I keep using it. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like that's true. It might not be true. I don't know what it is. Well, I just like the brush tip a lot of these. Where is... What's going on there? Let's see how this goes in. This is turning that leaf. So, Annie's going to be live tonight at 8. So I'm going to try to make that. I don't know what's going on in here. You don't understand. Very Carrie, if you're in the clouds, I miss you. I just thought I'd say that. Because I do. I miss you. Boy, all these little spots. Wow. What's a super tip marker? I think I've heard that name, but I don't know offhand what they are. So I probably don't have any. If it's a special kind of marker, I probably don't have them. So then I guess the answer would be no. I don't know. I have to look it up. What's going on there? I keep asking that. What's going on there? What's going on there? Because I can't tell what's going on. He's got so many doohickeys in there. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Super tip markers. Let's see. Super tip markers, Crayola, super tip washable markers, super tip pastel, super tip points, super tip toothbrush. No, that's not what we're looking for. Let's do this. Super tip pastel markers. What is that? Okay, so are they must be, are they Crayola? Yes, I guess my answer would be no, I guess. Super tips. Yeah, the thing I'm seeing labeled by that is Crayola. Yeah, the only Crayola markers I have are the colors of the world. I have a set colors of the world, and I have never used them. Not yet, at least. So many markers, so little time. I swear they got tons of them on here. It's ridiculous. And see, they got my number now too, right? So I can put in markers. They're showing me all these acrylic markers. It's like, stop. Not ready for them yet. I need to get better at markers. Ooh, those look interesting. Oh, they're highlighter markers. That doesn't work. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Copic Chow alcohol markers, 6 piece. 6 of them for $22. Good lord. They must clean your bathroom for you on top of coloring a page. Nice colors though. Ooh, they have portrait colors that they're pretty. But yeah, $22. Oh my gosh, and they're 35% off. Goodness gracious. Normally $32.94. My goodness. Not for me. I don't know. I have to ask her because I don't know. Looking for I'm trying to get every single last spot that isn't an object colored in. I want nothing left but objects. Okay, this is why I don't use the blunt tip because I'm liable to go over it too many times. If I use a brush tip, I'll just go over it. Basically, one and done. Why that is, I don't know. I get more coverage when I use the brush tip. I wonder. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my nose is all stuffed up. That's the problem. You can't breathe. I need the Navage. that. Just having a grand old ear, nose, and throat thing. And eyes. It's all affected my eyes. My doctor keeps wanting to give me some kind of nasal spray, and I was like, nope, nope. Because actually, I think it was a nasal spray that actually contributed, if not caused me to get glaucoma. So, because like I said, nobody in my family has it. And I feel like if I hadn't taken Nasonex, I would not have it. I don't want no more nose stuff other than a simple rinse of salt water. So she threatened me if I didn't do that regularly, she was going to put me on that. Like, I ain't taking it even if she gave it to me, but I won't. There's some things for which like I'm just like when I know what I want, when I know what I know, I'm stubborn. You can say whatever. I'll be nice. I'll be kind, but like I won't do it because I don't want to. Because it's just that way. I don't try to be obstinate. It's just there's some things on which non-negotiable for me. Until you can prove to me that this wasn't it and that there's not something else that will do it, then we're not doing that because I don't want to. My numbers are good on my eyes. I want them to stay that way. Why I'm doing this, I'm not sure. But I'm doing it. Here's hoping I don't regret it. Using the Karen Dash, they just like, man, these things just make color pop without any effort. I don't know. Oops, see, that's not going to blend for me. Not at all. Not at all. It's okay. We got something else. Worst case scenario, we break out with a Prisma. They will always blend. If I wanted to. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Probably need to sharpen this pencil. I wonder if, wonder what would happen if I put, I don't know if crayon will go over this anymore. It already feels pretty waxy, just. So I have to decide on the moth, what we're doing with the moth. Because I feel like I don't want to make it the same colors. Yeah, I had cataract surgery. I um had like maybe three laser things that I can't even remember what they were to do, but they were for the glaucoma. One I had, was it two of them I had after? I don't know. I have a list of them. It says diagnosed with glaucoma. They discovered it in 2013. But I had cataract surgery. I think it was 2018 or 19 because they did that because if I had cataract surgery, I mean, I did have cataracts, but I probably could have waited. But if I got cataract surgery, they then could put tubes in my eyes afterwards to help drain, because a lot of times they'll give you tubes after cataract surgery, or sometimes to make sure the fluid drains or whatever. But they wanted me to have them to help drain pigment as well. And so it was kind of like to solve two things, and actually the one thing was it was actually more to solve the glaucoma than the cataract. Cataract surgery was like, whoa. First of all, it was quick. They like the preparation was longer, way like 100 times longer than the actual surgery. And when he did it, I was like, and then he goes like, I didn't know he had done it. Let me just put it that way. There's no feeling or anything, and he says, "Okay, you're done." I'm like, "Huh?" I says, "You did it already?" I says, "I was waiting for you to do it. You did it already?" The only thing that happened was, I don't know, some contraption descended on on my eyes, my face, or whatever. Um, and I saw colors. It was a nice, pretty purple or red or something, which I guess is like, whatever the disinfectant thing and, well, blood probably. I don't know. Um, and then it was off of me. And then that was it. And I was like, I couldn't believe it was over. I was like, you just started. like how can you be done already? And Yeah, it was like beyond cake. And the hardest part is afterwards with the eye drops. But what I did was they gave me the option, like you can do the thing that like there's like, I don't know, 3 drops, and then you have to take them in different times every certain amount of hours or whatever. Or they had like a compound of a drop where you could use that, and you would have to take it less. You'd only have to keep track of 1 drop to take a certain amount of hours of the day. And so I opted for that one. Um, and so that was like the hardest part, was doing the drops and making sure I did them, in time. And yeah, and answering the questions in the prep when they keep asking you, like, okay, what are you here for? What's your name? What's your date of birth? Which eye are you getting work on? What procedure are you getting? What eye are you getting it on? They ask you all that to make sure they don't do the wrong one and whatever. Um, and I guess, what's weird? It's been it hasn't been that long, but I guess it has. I can't even remember. Um, because I think, do they usually not do both at the same time or whatever? Because I feel like I got both at the same time, but like I don't know if they do that. It's like, so it just was so fast and so like, and it was a while ago, so like I don't really remember. I'd have to look at my paperwork. All I know is that it was so easy and painless that I was really um surprised, the procedure itself. Afterwards it was kind of a pain in the butt because you have to keep your eye covered. So I think I did get one eye at a time. Because I think I vaguely remember having that little plastic eyepiece that I had to tape over my eye when I took a shower. Yes, I did get one at a time. Did one, and then 2 weeks later, I think I got the other one done. And I actually have serial numbers that I have saved for the tubes that they put in my eye. They have serial numbers on them. Um, but yeah, it was, yeah, it was relatively easy, you know. Um, really wasn't any pain. Just annoying things, just annoyance, blurry eyes while you wait for your eyes to, having to take a shower with that thing over your eye. Like I didn't like I made sure my hair wasn't something where I wouldn't have to shampoo it or anything a lot, so I wouldn't have to worry about shampoo or conditioner getting in my eyes. Um, yeah, so it's just things like that. And like, who knows? Just been a little bit of time between when I had it done and now. Who knows what else they've come up with that makes it even, more efficient and whatever. So yeah. And let me tell you, afterwards, I was like, what was I seeing before? Because it was like somebody, it was like I had yellow film over my eyes before, but I didn't realize it. When I had the new lenses in there, or whatever they are, it was like everything was like, whoa. it's like it's like I didn't know what I was seeing before. I didn't know what I wasn't seeing because everything was like bright and I don't know. It was amazing. Yeah. So I was really glad that I got it done. Really glad. And it did actually improve my night vision too. And then I don't. What happened afterwards for me was something else. With what I'm dealing with now. And then also there's like another thing that can happen afterwards. I can't remember what it's called, like a capsulation or something like that. That did happen to me, and it happens to a small percentage of people after cataract surgery. And all they do is they go in with a laser and they just zap it out or zap it open or whatever it is. And so I went afterwards and I had that, and that was painless and quick. I mean, it's basically like they had a line of people there, like waiting to get it done. Not a line, but they had a few chairs of people that were waiting to get that done, and they do that. And actually, you can drive after, so drive home from it. So that happened as well. And I had some laser surgery thing before that, and it was like really quick, and I can't remember what that was. It was to do with the glaucoma. I don't remember what it was. I'd have to look at like all my paperwork because that was like, I mean, it was a surprise anyway to wind up with it. And then but when they said to me I had it, it explained a whole lot of things that had been happening. Ditches I was winding up in when I was driving, like I would hit a ditch and I was like, how did I hit that? It's because actually I didn't have some of my peripheral vision and I didn't realize it. And that's kind of the thing with glaucoma, why getting checked when you go to the eye doctor is so important, is that you lose, by the time you really realize you have lost vision, it's like too late. Like you cannot recover anything and you can't keep from losing more. So that's why I'm on eye drops, like basically like the doctor says, I'm on eye drops for the rest of my life, but they work. They keep my pressures down so I don't lose any more sight. So, and the most impact that there is with me, with my eyesight, is that, like, if you're standing on the side of me, I may not see you, you know? So I have some things like that because, like, my peripheral vision, some of it is I've lost it. And that's the reason why I won't ride a bike. No riding bikes anymore. No, because I would have to make sure my mirror setup was just right for it. And like, yeah, I'm not in for. I don't want to ride a bike that much. I'll ride the stationary bike. I'll be happy with that. So, what is that? Did I find another spot? So yeah, it was like really, and I guess it's kind of like hip surgery used to be. It's like they've made so many advances on that it is nothing like it used to be. My husband had hip surgery. It's like the longest part was waiting around in the prep. And then it's not long after that he's out that they're like, okay, you got to get up and walk now. You got to get up and go to therapy. It's like, what? We were like, it just was like a day that we spent there. He came home. He had the meds he had to take. He had the stuff he had to do to make sure fluid didn't develop in his lungs. He had to do that puffer thing or whatever. Um, Breathe into that thing. What is it? Somethingometer. I can't remember the name of it. Um, like a certain amount of times every hour. I can't remember if it was once every hour or what. But yeah, they got that whole system down pat of what to do to avoid all the complications that there used to be when you had hip surgery. So these prayers that humanity will keep moving in that direction and providing that for everybody when they need it, and keep growing in that knowledge, because it really makes a huge difference. Because back in my, back when I was younger, if you heard somebody was getting hip surgery, it's like you kind of like got halfway prepared for a funeral. Because it seemed like the complication was always like pneumonia or something like that. Whatever it was, they would be bedridden and they'd never get up again. So every time somebody mentioned hip surgery, you were kind of like halfway prepared. This could go way left. Not no more. Thanks the Lord. Is there another spot? There's another spot. I'm trying to get them all before I get off of here because I want to be able to get myself to like next stage, be done with this part, and then everything will be next stage. That's what I'd like. Excuse me. And sometimes that's why I don't get on, because if I get on, I'm never going to get off. I should kind of, I don't know. I can't though. I don't know. It'd be nice if I could just I can make uploads, but uploads take time too. It's almost like they take double time. Lord knows I don't have double time. Is that more? It's more. I Yeah, I also think I need to hot pack my eyes. My eyes are getting blurry and they feel dry. So I'm probably due for another warm pack on my eyes. Okay, so that's actually okay. I see one spot. I want to get at it, but maybe I shouldn't because my eyes are blurry now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop now. Hot pack my eyes. Wash my eyes with some Soft, and get back to work. So, thank you for joining me. Um, I'm at a little impromptu live. And if you're on tonight at Annie's, is it Annie's Crafting Coloring? Let me double check. I'm just going to advertise. If I can find my page without any issue. I always have 10 gazillion windows open. Let me see. I look at my page. Oh, Mary's Life is live. Okay, so let's go there. Okay, let me. This is where we're gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna get the link. Here we go. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, this is me. So this is where I'm going. I'm gonna get some coffee and stuff, but then this is where I'm gonna be. And then here's my page, here's my channel, here's my channel. Tonight tonight. There we go. It is tonight, right? Yep, 8 p.m. Whip chat. Let's make shaker cards. So if you're interested in card making or you just want to hang out in the chat or whatever, this is Annie's Crafts for Hope channel. And that's where I hope to be this evening at 8 o'clock. Thanks for being here. Take care. Bye-bye.